Some projects don't announce themselves, they just appear. You see the name in a reply, catch the logo in a meme, notice it tucked into a dashboard. No big launch, no campaign. It's just there. And because it's not forcing your attention, you don't resist it. You register it. You start to recognize it. Not because you researched it, but because it already feels like something people know. It blends into the environment. And that's exactly the point. This is what Mindshare looks like. Not hype, not noise, just quiet, consistent presence. And that presence builds something stronger than awareness. It builds familiarity. And familiarity, without you realizing it, becomes trust. You're not evaluating. You're not comparing features. You're simply reacting. That name feels familiar. Someone mentioned it before, so maybe it's worth paying attention to. Maybe it's safe. Maybe it's next. That's how the brain works. It prefers the known. It's called the mere exposure effect. It chooses what it's already seen, even if it doesn't remember where or why. And in a space like Web3, where trust is scarce and attention is fragmented, that kind of cognitive shortcut matters more than any feature list ever will. Because once a name feels familiar, it spreads on its own. People on board faster. They explore without hesitation. They don't need long explainers or flashy intros. They already feel like they've seen it. And for developers, if a repo or SDK keeps surfacing, it doesn't feel like a risk. It feels like a standard. For investors, the same logic applies. They follow heat. And heat comes from movement. Movement comes from mindshare. This is how momentum happens. Not all at once, but over time. Not by shouting, but by showing up, again and again, until you're the default, until choosing you feels obvious. And today, building mindshare isn't just for big teams with big tokens. Now anyone can do it. All it takes is one useful presence, an agent on X, something small, something helpful, something that gives more than it asks. Because if it solves a problem, if it gets noticed, if the name sticks, you've already started your loop. And once that loop starts, it gets harder and harder to ignore. That's the shift. That's the unlock. That's what Mindshare does. And that's why we keep bringing it up. You'll see soon enough.